YouTube, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're at the start of our shiny Regice journey. We have caught shiny Regirock. We have caught shiny Registeel. I have, it's been long enough that I've forgotten how miserable this is. So in this, for the sake of the holidays, Ice baby, it's time to hunt Regice. It's time to try to get the shiny. It's time to see if we do it. We're just gonna do it in one stream. We're just gonna do it today, and we're gonna do our best, and we're gonna win. So let me step on, because yeah, if it's a not, if we don't catch it, it's gonna just be 80 hours of us jumping on buttons. Jumping on buttons. And nobody wants to watch a jumping on buttons stream. That's no fun. One stream, one attempt. Well, we attempted once and we didn't get it, so now it's one stream, two attempts officially. Why are Regice and Gloopum so in sync that they're the Backstreet Boys? I don't like that. Oh, I need to learn a new pattern for this. Oh, I touched the button. Oh, I'm missing the button. What's the pattern? It's probably forward, left, down, like diagonal left, diagonal right, down, up, over, over. I think is probably the best. It's probably the best way to do this. So let's see how we can do it. Oh, we doing nickels bets? Will I get it? Oh, I'm gonna get it today. It's gonna happen. You bet your bottom butthole it's gonna happen. One stream in a dream. One stream in a dream. All right, yeah. Oh, we need to go like really far. I thought the poll was a nickels bet, but the poll is just a poll. I mean, we should do a nickels bet, like. You know, usually what, like it's like every, do we nickels bet for the night or do we nickels bet every 100? What's the difference? Slightly darker shade of blue. I think it's like more like saturated basically. I probably more saturated, right? Something like that. We saved ice for last because like rock is the burnt toast and steel is like a mint chip, and ice sucks, but it's the holidays and it needs to be done. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is effing around. Took Regice and threw him on the ground, and now there's a bunch of ice on the ground and nothing can be found, except for Grandma's going to slip on the ground. Oh yeah, Grandma's going to slip on the ground. See, I was going off of the reference material, and the reference material is like shinier, brighter blue, so I assume it's like a more saturated blue. I mean, it's gonna go ping pa-ching, you know, like it does. We are doing Gambo. A poll was made by mistake, so. The poll is running, and then I think it's gonna be Gambolini time. But we're gonna get it in the first 100. Look, you think we're gonna cross 1,000? You think we're gonna cross 500? You think we're gonna cross 250? You think we're gonna cross 40? We're gonna get it in the first 25. You know why? Christmas magic. Because Christmas magic. That's why. We're gonna believe in Christmas. We're gonna believe in the power of Santa, and he's gonna deliver unto us, the good little girls and boys of Twitch, a shiny Regirock unto us. One for me to capture and for you to name. That's the plan. Okay. I need to catch back up, chat, with what you were saying you're doing for Christmas. Or what you were doing for the holidays, you know, not necessarily just Christmas, but what you're doing for, you know, holiday weeks. I saw, Jeff, you mention that you saw Sonic. And I did promise after the last stream that we did that I would come back and I would talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 because I was seeing it on Thursday and we weren't going to have streamed before now, but then we did the bonus stream on Friday, so we did stream, but we didn't, of course, the stream where Jimmy Feastables forgot to give us $10,000, but that's okay. We're in it now. We're back now. So I will talk spoiler free. Don't worry. I will not ruin anything for anyone. I will not talk spoilers because it has been too soon. I believe that there's also it's not out in all the countries yet. I don't know what countries it's in and I don't know what countries it isn't. The main reason I saw was because people were like mad on Twitter that Mufasa the Lion King put out a tweet and they were like, make sure to come and see the #1 movie in the world. And then people were like, Mufasa wasn't the #1 movie in the world, it was Sonic. And then other people were like, actually, Sonic was #1 at the domestic box office, but Mufasa beat Sonic internationally, mostly because Mufasa's come out in all of the territories, but Sonic has not. So basically I just don't know what territories Sonic is or isn't out in yet, and I don't want you to be in country and have no ability to see Sonic and have some schmuck on the internet like me spoiling it for you. So anyway, let's talk. Biggest thing, Big the Cat end credits sequence. It's just so crazy when Sonic's just running around and then he runs to a pond and then a frog starts jumping by and Sonic goes, whoa, frog. If I could only jump as much as I could run, if I could mix your jumping and my if I could mix your jumping and my speed, I'd be able to jump straight to the moon. And then the frog just goes ribbit because he's a frog. And then all of a sudden you hear, stay away from Froggy. and lo and behold, yeah, I'm spoiling the, I said I wasn't going to spoil it, but I'm spoiling the uncredited sequence. Big the Cat, he's loud, he's proud, he's large and in charge. Voiced by none other than one Jack Black. Froggy! Yup. I know. I wouldn't have expected it. Usually they don't have the character voiced so that they have like a year to figure it out. Not this time. No siree, not this time. Jack Black, right away. Could you imagine if that were real? Like, if they did Big the Cat before insert more important Sonic character here, like, that'd be crazy. Like if they did if they did Big the Cat. Big the Cat is not making it in before, I'm sorry, I don't want to believe this, but it's true. Big the Cat is not making it before Silver the Hedgehog. Like, he's not. He won't. What would be the top contenders for characters that still need to come to the game? It would be, or like come to the movies. Big the Cat is the antagonist. The Cat-tagonist. What? Never mind. Don't pay attention to that. Cat-tagonist. They could both be in the next movie. Look, they don't have the budget to add in two to new Sonic characters at the same time. Like that's why they made the only reason you got Tails and Knuckles in the second movie is because they made the Tails model for Sonic 1, and so it was done already. And then they were like, well, we can make Knuckles now. And then in the Knuckles show, they didn't make any new ones, and they went, that's how we got our money back. Because we didn't make a new guy for the Knuckles show. We just stuck with the existing Knuckles. So yeah, I mean, what would be like the big ones? Big the Cat would definitely be before like those birds from Sonic Riders. But like Rouge the Bat, Tikal, Amy Rose, Big the Cat. I would go as far as to say Vector the Crocodile, Silver the Hedgehog, Metal Sonic, maybe Fang the Sniper, depending on which way they're going. Maybe like maybe Cream the Rabbit, maybe Blaze the Cat. You could do Blaze the Cat. Rouge would be a risky choice if you want your movie to stay PG. They would like they'd keep the girls contained. They would. Don't worry. They'd figure it out. Anyway. We're talking Sonic 4. Sonic. Oh, 2D and 3D Sonic? Yeah, they have classic Sonic. Classic Sonic. There we go. And they do Generations. They got Shadow now. They could do Sonic and Shadow Generations. Technically, they could. Sonic 3 was real good. Here's my like spoiler-free review of Sonic 3, which is going to be a spoiler-free review of all the Sonic movies. The Sonic movies are Fast and Furious for children. That is what they are. With every entry, they get a little more and a little more ridiculous. Nobody's ever really dead. We just kind of keep trickling in new characters, many of which are introduced through end credit sequences. The core heroes of our story really care about family. It's all about going fast, and it's all about just becoming more and more ridiculous. I love these movies. I think that it's kind of incredible that they exist and that we have them. Of course, because of like the big, of course, the big, bull in the China, was of course the original trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, was Sonic rushing around a gangster's paradise, looking ugly as sin, with too much teeth, looking absolutely terrible, and like just the entire laughing stock of the internet. Mystically, magically, they redesigned the character to look like really good, and while a buddy cop movie with Sonic the Hedgehog and James Marsden was like all right, and Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik did a lot of heavy lifting of the first movie. Like Sonic 2 is sick, and Sonic 3 is even sicker. With like having Tails and Knuckles there. The way that they, and you know, it's pretty like, it's pretty accurate to the characterization of what these characters would be. It's its own thing. It's, you know, it's its own thing separate from the movies, but like the characters are the characters. And to have like in Sonic 2 where like Knuckles is like the bad guy being kind of manipulated by Robotnik, you know, so it's like the enemy turned friend thing. And then in Sonic 3 where it's like there really is like a friendly, like a brotherly rivalry between Sonic and Knuckles, and like a friendship between Sonic and Tails, and like, you know, really seeing like the core trio really like acting as a team. So good. Shadow, amazing. Keanu, like so good. Like, I know that there was a lot that he talked about in interviews like before this movie came out, where he was like, I really wanted to nail Shadow the Hedgehog because like I really understand his pain and I want to make sure that his pain comes through. The way in which they are able to make the audience emotionally attached to a CGI animal man is nothing short of a magic trick. Like, it's real good. It's so good. It's so good. He's Hedgehog Jesus. Yeah, that's, look, all I can say is, lo and behold, and I will get as close as I can to making sure I'm still not spoiling anything, but saying things, is like based on the trailers, based on the fact that at the end of Sonic 2, we see Shadow in stasis. We know that the movie is going to be heavily pulling from Sonic Adventure 2. And I think that it pulls a lot of good emotional beats out of Sonic Adventure 2. There are things that I would have loved to see. And I guess that this is a spoiler by omission. Sonic does not become friends with the President of the United States. That's kind of a bummer. But like they do like a good job with like the Shadow story. Jim Carrey is a lot. Like a lot. He's always been a lot. And he's a super lot because he's on screen twice at the same time as he plays both Dr. Ivo Robotnik and his dear grandpapa Gerald Robotnik from Sonic Adventure 2. And there are moments where it's perhaps too much. And there are also moments where it is just a real treat. So I'm never upset about it. Jim Carrey can do a million of these movies. That's fine. There, as much as I like don't want to admit this, they have a very good like core cast of human characters, who are all like good to amazing. I like Tom and Maddie. We have them. You gotta have your boy Wade Whipple. I like Wade Whipple. If I were to like have a complaint, it's, of course, before I get too far away from it, Agent Stone, just like the breakout human, always just the absolute best. Hands up, hands down. Is that even a phrase? Incredible all the time. Stone, so good. Stone's been good from the start, but always so good. And so if I were to have a complaint, it's like you do need to grow, add in human characters and stuff. And so they added in Kristen Ritter to this movie. And she's playing like she's like another like agent character. And she just doesn't get like a lot to do. Like she's kind of just there. And they kind of just make weird jokes about her being real hot. And that's kind of it. They try to give her some stuff to do. It doesn't really go anywhere. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like it's bad. I'm just like, I don't know if you needed this character. I just don't know. But man, they're good. They're just good. They're good. They're fun movies. Do they treat them better or worse than the humans in the Godzilla movies? The humans in the the Godzilla movies, and when I say the Godzilla movies, I mean specifically, like the newer two American ones. I'm not talking about any decades of Japanese Godzilla movies. I'm talking specifically about the one with Bryan Cranston, and then the other, and King of Monsters. Those are the two I'm talking about. Those movies are terrible. I hate them. They are not good movies. They are both really bad. And it is because you can only have so much Godzilla CG, and so they have to fill in with human characters, and the human characters are all terrible and uninteresting. And the only one that maybe could have been worth his salt was Bryan Cranston, hot off of Breaking Bad, and they kill him in about 25 minutes, which was the mistake of all mistakes, because Bryan Cranston could have carried a movie about a giant CGI lizard, but the other people in the movie most certainly couldn't. Sonic the Hedgehog is not that. Of course, there are human characters in Sonic the Hedgehog because you do only have so much budget, and you do need to have human characters to kind of help soften the blow. And granted, this movie still was like $140 million to make, which is crazy because the CG in Sonic the Hedgehog looks so good. Like the character, all the Sonicies, the Sonic and Pals, and they have 4 of them running around now: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. Not to mention, of course, Big the Cat in the end credit sequence. So really 5. But like they look so good. The humans actually get better over time, because the thing that they did with the humans is they're all almost more cartoonish than the Sonic characters. Like, the human characters are all just absolutely like Looney Tunes, wackadoodle weirdos. So that makes them all like memorable. Like Tom and Maddie are the most grounded, because they're, like the parents. But you have like Maddie's sister, who's just like over the top. You have Stone, you have Robotnik, you have like the military, like the guy that leads Gun, like the military guy. And this is, of course, in the first movie, he is there to, like, as a means to give the audience the product placement of Olive Garden. And like in the third movie, he's in the movie and like has probably one of the best jokes in the movie. He doesn't tell it, but he's like the onus of like the joke, and it's great. And it has nothing to do with Olive Garden. It has nothing to do with product placement. and it's so good. Yeah, it's like the thing that stood out to me is, so like I am a 34-year-old man, and these movies are not inherently made for me. They are, but they're not, if that makes any sense. Like these movies are not being made for millennials who grew up thinking that Sonic Adventure 2 was like the coolest video game that they ever played. And because of basically living like growing up with like 9/11 and like a financial crisis and the war in Iraq and, you know, all of these other things and COVID and all of this, you know, have just like basically as a means of shielding themselves from the horrors of the world, have just never truly grown up and just like keep like loving like Nickelodeon and like Sonic the Hedgehog and just like all these things that were a part of their childhood, because like they just have to compartmentalize how terrible things are, and so they just go like, but Sonic's fun. So like these movies are made for those people, my kind of people, but like truly they are being made for children. They are kids' movies through and through. There are jokes that you would not have in like a Pixar movie, because it's a little bit of a different thing where, you know, Pixar are kids' movies, but like Pixar has like a deeper emotional core most of the time. Don't bring up Cars 2. Don't bring up insert movie here. Don't bring up Incredibles 2. You know, I'm talking about the good ones. I'm talking about Nemo. I'm talking about Inside Out. I'm talking about Toy Story 3. Like, I'm talking about those. We're talking about those. Sonic the Hedgehog is not Shakespeare. Sonic the Hedgehog knows that it is a movie that is made to be for children. And like, and if I were 12, and they were making Fast and Furious movies for me, in the form of Sonic the Hedgehog, I would think that they were the greatest films of all time. And I can tell you that because in the theater, it was me and then Nicole and then like this rude dad that wouldn't stop talking and his wife and then their children. And the one child was dressed in like a Sonic onesie. And because he was just so excited, and that's how much he loves Sonic the Hedgehog. And when the movie was over, he stood up and he said, "That was the best movie ever." And if I were his age, I would agree that that was the best movie ever. Of course, I'm not. I'm a 34-year-old man who has seen real, genuine 10 out of 10 movies. Sonic is not a 10 out of 10 movie, but it is and of course, neither is Fast and the Furious, but Fast and the Furious is a movie series that I love very dearly. And these are those. These are those. They are great movies to see in the theater. They are just like stupid. They are so fun, but also the reason that they are so good, is that, like, yes, this is a cash cow franchise for Paramount. I get that. But the people who work on this movie care so deeply about Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm sorry, as much as I love Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2, are both great movies, like Illumination doesn't care. They know that the Minions, Hoobah Bebop Banana, will put butts in seats. I've been in that situation. I saw 3, I saw Minions 2, did not see 4 because I got burnt too many times. And Minions is okay, Minions 2 is and Despicable Me 3 is really bad. And it's because Despicable Me is no longer about like telling a good story. It is about making money off of the Minions. And somehow, shockingly, amazingly, the Sonic the Hedgehog movies are not. They are about making money because capitalism. But the people that make them try and want them to be good and care about Sonic. Jeff Fowler, the director, clearly cares about Sonic. He gets it. It's good. We're good. We're in good hands. They could make, I want them to just make more of these, like, let them, I know Sonic 4, they already announced it because Sonic 3 came out over the weekend. They went Sonic 4 is coming in early, and it's so far away, early 2027. It is like early 2027. And I mean, like, and they could make these movies, they could literally make 9 of these movies, 10 of these movies for 20, 25 years, exactly what Fast and Furious did. Put out one of these movies every 2 to 3 years for the next 20 years, and I will be super happy. As long as the people who are there caring about these films continue to care about these films, that's all I need. Is like, if they become the slop factory, I'll be singing a different tune. But right now, each movie has just gotten better. There are action moments. Let me put it this way. I saw Kraven the Hunter a week beforehand, and Kraven the Hunter is like the most just like unimpressive, boring, just completely boring, no heart, no soul superhero movie. It's so boring. Like it's that kind of bad. It's not Madam Web where everything is wrong and it makes it incredible. It is just the boring kind of bad where nothing in the movie is good and you just shouldn't see it. But like, you know, if they had some really good action scenes, I'd be like, at least the action was good. That's all I really need. Sonic the Hedgehog, the children's movie about talking rodents, based on a Sega Genesis game from the 1990s, was a better action movie than Kraven the Hunter. Such a better action movie. The action sequences in Sonic 3 are awesome. They're so good. They're so hype. I love it. So good. What's that? If you think Illumination doesn't care, represent Sony's lack of Spider-Verse. It's a different story. Look, Spider-Verse, they care, but in a different way. Like, clearly the people working on Spider-Verse care. They are incredible movies. Spider-Verse, like the Spider-Verse, the two that we have are so good. What is really incredible is just the complete lack of foresight there. Like, to me, everything I had read before Spider-Verse came out, Flame Dragon, thank you so much. Wait, what's this? Lack of Spider-Verse in the villain movies. Oh, yeah. The Sony Spider-Mans, the Sony Spider-Mans with no Spider-Man are like, it's just like a baffling decision. They're so bad. The Spider-Verse, yes, the Spider-Verse animated movies are good, except for crunching the animators, of course. Everything else, wonderful. What up? Not much. We're having a little holiday time. We're look, what 1 in 4096 chance of getting the shiny Regice. So we're down to 1 in 46. Not bad. Those are odds I can live with. I think we're good. Yeah, the thing, and this is the thing with Spider-Verse that is baffling. And I'm gonna jump here for a second because props to, oh god, who has the, I forget who has the rights to Wicked. I forget who released that movie. It wasn't Warner. Was it Paramount? I forget who has the film rights for that. Any hoosers. Universal, thank you. Universal has it. Props to Universal. Oh, this is even crazier that this is the situation then, because we're gonna three-step this. Universal has done this correctly, where Wicked, now that I've seen Wicked Part 1, I'm fully on board with the fact that they made it 2 movies. I was a doubter and I was a hater, and they proved me wrong. Wicked Part 1 was one of the best movies that I saw all year. It really is that good. If you are a musical fan, this is not a like total botch job like some musicals that become movies, like most musicals that become movies. It's real good. It's real good. And the plan, of course, is Wicked Part 1 in theaters at Thanksgiving, and Wicked Part 2 coming out next year. What a novel idea. A 2-part movie where Part 1 comes out one year and Part 2 comes out the next. This is why it boggles my mind that with Spider-Verse, and especially since Spider-Verse was a situation where I know most people didn't know this, I understand, that I had seen story like I'd seen articles coming out that basically they realized that Spider-Verse kind of became too big of a story, and that it was going to be a story told in 2 parts, where it was initially Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 and Part 2. Then they renamed them to Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse, because audiences don't like Part 2s or whatever. I don't know. But with all that in mind, I was like, oh, cool. Okay, this must be a situation where, like, they realized that they wrote like a 4 or 5 hour script, and so like they're just gonna go from one into the other, and they've been working on it, and that's why it took so long, and now they've already got a bunch of work done, and this and that and the other. And then like the movie comes out, and I mean, I think even at one point on their Twitter, like it said it was like, this one this year, that one the next year. And then like the movie came out, and everyone, like all the actors were like, no, we haven't recorded anything for Part 2. What? What do you mean? There was an actor recently, I think it was, because I didn't realize this. Did you know that the actor that plays the alternate universe Miles Morales is not the same guy that plays the main Miles Morales? They are 2 different actors they have for those roles. So the other guy, and I mean, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't know this. I didn't know this, and he talks for all of like a minute in the second movie. He has not recorded any lines still for Spider-Verse 3. And I'm just like, how? Like, you're making a movie that like ends on a giant cliffhanger. You knew that the story became too big, that it became 2 parts, but like huh? What? Insane. Wait, what's this? What's funny said is if Sony decides to sell Spider-Man rights to Marvel, I don't believe they will. I'd be shocked if they do. After flopping movie franchise, we might never get Spider-Verse 3. It'll still happen. That movie's too successful not to happen. It's kind of like the same thing. I know that there was some stuff. The main actor, the Miles Morales guy, was being like weird on Twitter when Haley Steinfeld got engaged, and I guess also after. And now people are like, oh man, are they just gonna like pull him and then cancel the movie? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Like, even if things come out and he's like a weirdo or whatever, it's an animated movie. They'll just recast the voice actor. Like, yeah, I think Spider-Verse 3 will be, I know that they've said it's missing 2025. Spider-Verse 3 will probably come out in like February 2026. Or / like wherever it makes sense to release a Marvel movie where MCU does not have like a tentpole release anywhere nearby. Because like, I know that Sony and Marvel are two different companies and Sony and Disney are two different companies, but you're not gonna have Spider-Verse competing with like a major MCU film. So with all that said, Spider-Verse is definitely like gonna come out. That won't get canned. What's that? Marvel Disney didn't get the rights back for the X-Men universe until they bought basically all of Fox. Even so, with the Fox deal, like all the X-Men stuff that was in like active production all came out. Like Dark Phoenix, which was like a stinker. It was all bad. But like all the crap that they still had in the pipeline, like that all released still. So Spider-Verse is definitely like too far along and they're like too good. That would even be a situation where like if something happened and like Sony sold, if they truly did sell the Spider-Man rights to Marvel would work out a deal to be like, just like release Spider-Verse 3, like, and then we'll pick it up from there. You know, like we'll foot the bill. Spider-Man's ours. We'll do that, or we'll, you know, just in the same way that you worked with us on the live action Spider-Mans, you can, you know, continue to make them with Sony Animation, but we'll be a part of it or whatever, you know. They'll figure something out. What's that? Supposedly Tom Holland starts filming for Spider-Man 4 in July. I believe that. It's definitely been long enough that it's like Sony's probably raring for another Spider-Man. That makes sense. Yeah, I'd buy that. Seems like Spider-Man time. Okay, not to spend too much time on Spider-Man, because of course there's the third part of the 3-part system. And again, and we're gonna wrap back to Universal, because Universal doing it right with Wicked, because I think they filmed the 2 movies at the same time. I'm pretty sure. But Wicked 1, Wicked 2, year apart. Spider-Verse whole situation. And then you have the Fast and the Furious. It's been long enough, I can spoil. The Fast and the Furious, Fast X, Fast 10, in parentheses, your seatbelts, is a crazy movie. It is, they did not go to space like they did in part 9. And that is okay. But it is still a like Fast and Furious movie through and through. It is a globetrotting adventure where they race through the Vatican. Bombs go off in Rome. They travel the world, and I don't know. They shoot down a helicopter. John Cena does some crazy car stuff. Everyone does some crazy car stuff. But the movie ends in a situation where Dominic Toretto is assuming that all of his friends are dead, and he is with his child. He is just driven down a literal dam, and there is like a giant fireball coming for him, and he's like certainly dead. And the movie just ends on this like massive cliffhanger. And the movie came out, and I'm like, oh, this is, you know, this is sick, right? Like, I mean, it's not my favorite Fast and Furious. I think that they've been like 9 and 10 and Hobbs and Shaw. I don't think anything gets like 5, 6, 7 are the sweet spot. I still like 8 quite a bit. 9 and 10 I think are a little much. Or just aren't as good. But it's okay. I still think that they're super fun. I still love them. But like this is where we're at, you know. We know that they talked about Fast 10 was going to be like a 2-part movie to finish the franchise. And the film came out, and Vin Diesel, in interviews when the movie came out, people were like, they were going, oh yeah, this is like a 2-part finale, and Vin Diesel was like, oh, I don't know, you know, the studio side, they're saying they might want 3. And I'm like, okay, that's just an actor talking to the press. That doesn't mean anything. So then the rumor was, what was meant by we want 3 was that, oh, in between the release of 10 and 10 Part 2, we're going to have 10 point, I guess if 10.2 is like 10.5, this would be like 10.3, 10.25. And it may be secretly like a The Rock Shaw movie to show what Shaw's been up to during the events of Fast 10. Because, spoiler alert, after, you know, The Rock and Vin Diesel beef, The Rock shows up in the post-credit sequence of Fast 10, mainly because Black Adam failed. And so it's time. It is time for him to return to the franchise, finish the fight. And what it really is boiled down to is that, like, I assumed that they would have filmed 10 and 10 Part 2 at the same time, and they didn't. And I would have assumed that, like, you know, that they at least had Part 2 written, considering that 10 ends on, like, a cliffhanger where Dominic Toretto's about to die in the middle of a dam thanks to a giant fireball being shot by his enemies. But then Vin Diesel's in interviews going like, for the next Fast and Furious, you know, we've been doing all this big stunt stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but like, we should go back to the basics. We should go back to fast cars and beautiful women. Yeah, he didn't say that, but he thought it. We should go back to, you know, street racing. And I'm like, what do you mean getting back to street racing? You like work for like a part of the government that like doesn't exist on the books. You're just like, you are secret agent superheroes at this point. You can't go backwards. Like, that's not how it works. You have assumedly one movie left, and you need to like finish strong. You need to like, you need to take out Dante, Mr. Aquaman. You need to deal with Alan Ritchson. You can't just like go, and now we're gonna steal DVD players again, but this time they're PS5s, because that would be the Blu-ray player I'd want. Like, you can't, like, so it's just what I'm realizing. And I know that the Fast and Furious movies are mostly like written like a 12-year-old boy smashing toys together. I get that much. But the fact that like we're not in like production, you know, we haven't shot the thing. The Fast and Furious came out, the Part 10 came out in the summer of 2023. We are a year and a half removed from a movie that was supposed to be a 2-part movie to finish the franchise that ended on a major cliffhanger. We are a year and a half removed, and I've heard like no solid plan. There's like no talk of when this thing is going into production. I don't know, like I don't even know if they're working on it. So I mean, like, I can only imagine that there's no way that movie comes out in 2025. It will probably come out in the summer of 2026 at the earliest, which puts it 3 years after the last one. Wild. Absolutely wild. So Universal needs to learn from Universal. If you're going to do a part 1, part 2 movie, part 2 should come out a year later. I mean, honestly, if they could pull it, do it 6 months later. Like for Wicked. I like make Wicked a summer blockbuster. I'm of course they're going to hold it off until the holidays. People like it's at the holidays, people are more open to singing songs. So I guess maybe that's the thought process behind doing Wicked at the holidays. But I don't know. What's that? Stop a heist of all the maple syrup in Canada. that'd be pretty cool. And then there's like the mounted police running around on the moose. That'd be sick. I'd be down with that. They need to focus on the fast roller coaster. Well, have you heard like what they want to do? The Fast and Furious ride that they're doing at Universal California sounds awesome. It's like so I've never been. I had to learn all this. This is like one of those things that like I learned from Jack one day in the office randomly, somewhere right before, you know, everything crashed and burned and died, because he's a notorious theme park dork, if you will. So he was going on like, he's like, do you hear about this Fast and Furious ride? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, because I don't go to theme parks, or I've been to Disney World. I go to Disney World every 25 years, which means that the one family vacation that I went on as a child was to Disney World during the 25th anniversary, and I happened to go to Disney World during the 50th. So I will be back at Disney World for the 75th in like 21 years, and that'll be the next time I'm back at a theme park. So anywho, he's telling me, he's like, so Universal California is split into like 2 levels, where it's like there is a like upper area that's at the top of this like hill, and there's like a lower area. Yeah, upper and lower lot. So the Fast and Furious like ride that they're building is a ride that starts at, and I'm assuming, I can only assume that it has to be taking like inspiration from the finale of Tokyo Drift, the black sheep of the Fast and Furious franchise. But you start the ride at on the upper level, and you ride like down the mountain to like the lower lot. I think if it flips around, you know, loops around, so you end up at the top at the end. But you're like doing like a Fast and Furious like race down the mountain, and you like drift during it. Like they have built like this technology so that like the carts of this coaster that you're in like simulate drifting as you're going through it. And it sounds like the sickest thing ever. I'm not like a big like roller coaster head. I most of them I look and I think they are too big and scary. But I think that like some roller coasters are fun. I do like them, usually as long as they don't like flip upside down. I'm good. So like Velocicoaster, too much. I almost called it Yeti in my spaghetti. Expedition Everest, really cool. And if you're a coaster head, you'd be like the roller coasters at Disney are for like babies. And I'm like, yeah, but really brave babies that are really tough and like want to feel some adrenaline while not being like super babies. So the Fast and Furious coaster, which I can only imagine doesn't flip upside down because it's cars, although maybe it could because it's Fast and Furious. But a coaster going down a mountain, I assume, doesn't have loop-de-loops. So I'm like, sounds like the sickest thing ever to me. So yeah, look, I know that the Fast and Furious ride at Universal is bad. I've ridden it. It is janky as all get out. It is real stupid, but it also made me laugh really, really hard. Especially watching Vin Diesel pull down a helicopter with his biceps. I thought was really cool. But like they're making a good Fast and Furious ride. They're working on it. But I'm not gonna go to California. The only time they let me into California is if I'm going to be rejected from being on a reality competition show. So like, but that's the only time I've been. So, and when you do that, you don't get to go to Universal California time. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna look up if there's any information. Let's make sure this Reggie isn't shiny first. Fast and Furious 11. I guess I will put Fast X Part 2 on Google. It says 2026. Let's look to see if there's anything on Wikipedia. There's like no. Oh! Principal photography is scheduled to begin in early 2025. It was initially scheduled to be shot back to back with Fast X, beginning in January 2022. All right. Okay. This isn't as terrible. The film is scheduled to release in the United States in 2026. It was previously scheduled to be released on April 4th, 2025. So they had production issues. Okay, I can forgive them to an extent. The original plan was for the movie to be shot back to back with Part 10. I now feel so much better. I don't love that they were going to shoot the films back to back, but the last one was still going to release 2 years later, but I can forgive them. Because in like 2 plus 7 plus 1, so in 10 days all I can do is say Fast and Furious 11 comes out next year, and that makes it feel like tenable, and I'm okay with that. Like knowing that if I look at my life and I go, I've lived through a year and a half without Fast 11, and it is, they said early 2026, so it is like, 15 months away. That feels doable. That feels doable. That feels livable. We're We're should be past the halfway point. It's good enough for me. I'll take it. Wait, what's up with the Guardians coaster? Reminds me of the Guardians coaster, but not indoors. Oh, based on what they're planning to do. Oh yeah, I don't know much about the Guardians coaster. I don't like pay attention to theme park stuff. It's like if I find myself going to be at a theme park, then the New York Wankies.
Snake here. I just set up the sub bomb. Blammo.
Thank you so much for the 20 sub bomb. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. What's a Christmas song we haven't done yet? Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yes. Let the mods know what you want the Reggie to be named. Been a while since you'll be able to stop in. Glad you caught me. Well, thank you. Yes. Yeah, it has been a while. But that's okay. You know what? I'm just... It's like the Lost Boy. I'm not sad to... Don't tell me how long you've been gone. I'm not going to be sad. I'm just going to be happy that you're here.
Ooh, 2 little sub bombs for 2 best friends. Whoever gets the sub bombs are now best friends. Pew pew.
Oh, Skinny Mikey, thank you for the 10 sub bomb.
Bongos.
Thank you so much. And of course, everybody say thank you to Valorant, the founder of the feast, giving their bonus Twitch subs on this day at least. Really appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm excited for Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. It's been so there's kind of like a two-pronged feeling on it that I'm having. The one, of course, is that like there is a little bit of like melancholy from the fact that like everything is just so different. Because usually I'm used to like working really hard to make sure that like videos are like prepped and planned and like good to go for the holidays. You know, as a part of a team that is all working hard to plan and prep and make sure that all the videos are ready. Which I don't have that going on. Yes, we are very close to another hype train. 2 hype trains in one day. Gosh dang. Haven't had that in a while. Very, very close. Will we hype or will it run away? Who's to say? Not me. So,
two little sub bombs for two best friends. Whoever gets the sub bombs are not
Tangasms to say. Tangasm, thank you so much for the 5 sub bomb. Oh my goodness, with these extra Valorant subs. You guys bingo bangoed into another level 6 hype train. Gosh dang. Golly gee gosh dangs. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm a big stupid idiot. Remember how I said I couldn't find the big blammo for the level 6 hype train? It was right next to me the whole time. It was right here the whole time. What is another good Christmas song? What's another really hype Christmas song? There's the theme from Home Alone. Apologies to the people I live with. Although the one that's the closest would be the older of my 2 brother-in-laws, whose bedroom is like right above. But he told me that like when he goes to bed, he just puts a fan on and he can't hear me playing kazoo. So we'll see if this one changes that. If he's like mad tomorrow. Never any love for the best Christmas song, Good King Wenceslas? Is that the one that's like, here is Good King Wenceslas hanging out in Scooby. He is running with his friends, Hooby Schmooby Glooby. Hanging out with Wenceslas, hanging out with Good King. He lets you have it your way. And his nuggets are pretty cheap. Yeah, the only like, see, I never hear that with like the words. Or no, it's something. It's like hanging with the Wenceslas on the feast of Stephen. That's it. Hanging with the Wenker man, chipping, chumping even. Bondi goes and Bondi schmoes. Bingle bongle gloober. We need a rendition of whatever the Gloria song is. Oh, that's Angels We Have Heard on High. We're in a hype train, so I could do that one while.
I hope he's annoyed tomorrow. I spend at least 33% of every day annoying my brother.
The New York Yankees, thank you for the 4,000 biddies. Almost to a medium boy bazinga, which I have not set the alert up yet, so good thing that it wasn't. Slightly underbaked, medium rare bazinga, baby. Is that? That seems appropriate. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, y'all, your Christmas generosity has been quite incredible. We have hit a level 7 hype train. Wait, hold on. Wait, Nicole just said it's beginning to feel like I'm a disappointing parent missing your Christmas recital with all the kazoo that you're doing. She's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Jingle All the Way. She's missing my karate. Nicole's missing my karate. Chat, I think we got to play another song. I think we got to play another one. My favorite Christmas classic, of course. My favorite Christmas song. Oh, the days get Santa and they get more Santa. Everybody's hanging out with Santa. Everybody loves the Santa Claus. He gives gifts just because. I don't know. So much to huh, so much to yeah, so much ooby scuba da boop yeah. Scamina hooba doot scoop. Yo, Stick, thank you for giving that gift sub to Buddy Holly. Oh, that's everybody's favorite Christmas song. Yes. Something like that, isn't it? Like, hey there, bud, oh, my name is Buddy Holly. Everyone gets the Christmas holly jolly. Just something like that. I think that's about right. Y'all, thank you so much for getting this amazing level 7 hype train going. All your wonderful generosity with a little bit of help from Valorant. We have gone beyond. The hypiest hype train of all time that we've had? No siree. But the hypiest hype train that we've had in quite some time? Yes, indeed. This reminds me that Shrek 5 is happening. That's not this year though, right? Is that 2025? Or is it 26? Is it the year of Fast and Furious? Or is it the year of 2020, or is it the year of Wicked Part 2? Oh no. It's definitely not 2024. We know that much. It's 2026. Oh, that's right. It is 2026. They just like announced it long enough ago. I think that like maybe 6 months. Yeah, they announced it like 6 months ago or something like that. Again, just thank you guys so much. The hype train is looking like it's about to sail. We got about 30 seconds left and most of level 7 to make it through. So I think this is where we say goodbye to the hype train. But I've been wrong before. Wait, are you using Regice to ship me and Matt? I don't know how I feel about that, but I won't say no. Look, if that's what you freaks want, I'll let you have it. LARRY space X space MATT. It's exactly 12. It's exactly 12. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Like I said, do I like it? No, I don't have to like it. But if that's what you freaks want to sub for, I'll let you I'll let you do it. I'm not gonna keep you from having your fun. No, I think you guys are gonna be nice though. I think Regice is gonna win. I don't think you guys will be weird about it. New York Wankies, have a good night. I will enjoy my holiday. What's the shiny look like? It's over there. It's like literally the same, but like more, kind of a more saturated blue rather than like a sad, sickly blue. So it's better, but not by much. There is a reason that Shiny Regice was the last one that we did of the three, because the other two are way better. You wouldn't jinx it if I don't want the shippers to win. Look, the shippers, if the shippers want to win, they gotta prove they want it. So I feel like I win either way. Jinx is a different Pokemon. Can we, oh man, I was gonna talk about Christmas, but now I want to talk about Pokemon Pocket. Can I stop getting Mews, please? There's 60 cards to get. I would like, despite the fact apparently it's probably good casually. I'd like to use it on the 45 wins event. Yeah, I feel like if you're not in a tournament setting, it's probably good. I'd like 2 Celebes, please. I would like to build the Celebi deck that go Burr. I would like to flip 8,000 coins and make people rage quit and win. Instead, I have 2 regular Mew EX. Yeah, I'd like a Gyarados. I only need 1 Gyarados, and I've got the Gyarados deck built that like what just took it hard in the good way. Wait, no, gave it hard at tournaments over the weekend. I have 2 regular Mew EX. I have the Crown Rare Mew EX, and I have the alternate art Mew EX. I have 4. I don't need the special looking ones. I have 4. I only need 2. Can I have some Celebes, please? Yes. Oh, Seb, you have the Rainbow Aerodactyl. You have 4 gold Mews. Let me ask a question, Seb. And I'm not. This is me not passing judgment. This is me just being curious. You have 4 Crown Rare Mews. You have 4 Golden Mew cards. Are you spending money? And if you're not, like, and if you are, how much got you 4 Crown Rare Mews? And if you're not, like, how many, like, pack hourglasses have you used? I'm, again, judgment-free zone. I'm just like, yes. You don't have to tell me how much money you spent. But I wanted to know. I'm like, if you have 4 Golden Mews, were you spending money? The answer is yes. That's all I needed to know. Because yeah, I'm like, that's a lot. And it's a small pool, but I mean, the Golden Mews should be like, still super rare. I have 2 of the 4 golds now because I've had Charizard. I have Crown Rare Charizard and I got Crown Rare Mew. Nicole has, and the 2 of us are both playing free to play. She has, I think, 2 Crown Rare Pikachus and Crown Rare Mew. She got Crown Rare Mew, and then I pulled it a couple days later, and then I didn't feel as bad. You had enough hourglasses saved up for 2 10 pulls for free. They got you the 2 initial ones. Okay. Half of the gold Mews came from the same 1 free 10 pull. Man. Yeah, so I had enough hourglasses, and I'm saving a bunch because I know that there's like, I think another small set and I've seen like the leaks and stuff. I forget that I think it's like a small set and like soon, and then like a big set at the end of January. So I'm saving to go ham in Jan. But I did do 20 packs of Island Time, and my 20 packs were like awful. I got like one Gyarados. I got like one Gyarados and one Mew, and that was like it. Out of like 20 packs, like that was like the really good stuff. Yeah, I still need a second Gyarados to do Gyarados. I still need a second Marshadow. I saw, again, I'm not the hugest fan of his content, but I have to admit that he's very good at deck building and making content. I saw Jeff Hoogland put out like a counter deck that seems like pretty not like super expensive, but I'm missing like a Marshadow out of it, so it's like I can't play that. I want 2 Celebes so I could try the Celebi stuff out. Can't do that. So, but I mean, I have everything I need for Mewtwo Mew, which is just like, I can't believe, and I don't think that it's the best deck in the game anymore, but I can't believe that like the best deck in the game became better. Mewtwo Mew is so good. Like it was good, and now it's like real good. And I felt like, because I built it, and the first thing I tested it against was against AI in the solo battles, because they had the new ones, and I went into the master level. I was like, I have a meta deck, it should be easy. And it took me so probably 6 or 7 attempts to beat the Celebi deck, because it's so bad. It's just so aggro that like I couldn't do anything with it. With Mewtwo, I just like couldn't win. But once I got past that, then it was like fine. But in the 45 wins, the Mewtwo deck's been like really good. And I feel like I have more options. Because like you play like one of the thing that scoops Mew up, but like, you know, you could like lead with Mewtwo, you could lead with Mew. Yeah, like if your opponent is like smart and doesn't put like their strong thing out, and like you just kind of chip away at each other with Mew, that's fine, because I'm building Mewtwo on the back line, scoop Mew back up into my hand. Like it's so good. Yeah, the Mew Koga, oh my god, it's so good. I love it. Like I think it's really good. I want to be able to play like some of the other stuff too. Like I just want to try out, like, you know, it's like I see, oh, big strong deck, and I want to try it. I want to try the Gyarados deck because it looks cool, and I want to know if it's good because it plays, but the fact that it plays so many Pokemon, I'm just like in my brain, I'm like, how does it work? And then I watched it, like I played against it and I lost, and I was like, oh, this is how it works. You just like, it's probably like really, really bad into Pikachu because everything's like weak to electric and Pikachu's so aggro. But like, I understood how it took apart Mewtwo, where I just go like, unless I'm like, my hand is like, I'm going second and turn 1, I have like Mewtwo and the whole Gardevoir line, I'm toast. So dead. Don't do much PvP. Don't see a lot of Pikachu or Mewtwo. I don't think I've seen as much Pika lately. But I mean, like, before this set came out, it was Pikachu, Mewtwo were the top 2 things you saw the most. some Articuno Starmie, some Articuno 18 Trainer, although that fell off pretty hard. You know what's interesting was I saw a thing, I saw something, I think it was on like Twitter, where someone was talking about the Gyarados deck, and there was somebody in the replies who was like, I just don't get it. Like, I built this deck and I've gone 0-5 with it. And they're like, yeah, you know, like, they're like, this is like, it's like, this is slow and this is that. And then they go, and these fire energy that I have to run don't go with Gyarados at all. And I'm like, oh, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, pal. Take the fire energy out of the deck. You can unclick the fire energy. Oh, no. And I'm like, this is why it's not working. This is why. I have a feeling I know why you're failing. Yeah, I just felt so bad. So bad for that poor sad. Poor sad. What was I going to talk about? My brain was on a journey somewhere. On my way to Pokemon, and I completely lost it. I don't know. We could talk about rivals. I've been busy. I was trying to, because I'm going to be out of town. This is my last stream before holiday time. I believe I will have a stream before New Year's. Probably like just next Monday will be next stream. I don't think I'll stream over the weekend. I'll probably get back here and enjoy like holiday stuff. I feel really bad. I feel like just in this room all day, every day for the last month. Cause it was like trying to get stuff out the door, pre-rivals, trying to get content out the door post-rivals. I had the week, the week, of course, that Rivals launched, where it's like, okay, I'm trying to like make stuff. And I also had my big boy freelance week. So then I was like burning the candle at both ends. And I'm like trying to play like catch up with like trying to, because I basically went like straight into like, okay, well, I'm trying to like get ahead for the holidays. So I really wanted to have 2 videos going out, like one tomorrow and one like post Christmas. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think I would have, if for me to make that happen, I would basically have to like not sleep tonight. And I think I need to sleep tonight. So I do have one video going out right after Christmas that's fully done, and I'll like scheduled and ready to go. But I guess I have like a video that's like at least like halfway done that I can work on when I get back. Sleep is for the weak. I'm weak. Look, when I was in my 20s, I played the young man's game. You know, I did that. Who needs sleep? Me. Tomorrow, like I've got to like wrap Christmas presents. I have to help clean because Nicole's family is like hosting Christmas Eve. I have to like pack because I'm going out of town to go see my parents for Christmas. I have a lot to do. And as much as I was trying to have this stuff done, I mean, it's not gonna happen. And I wanted to stream with y'all tonight, and I even like, you know, it's like I started 30 minutes late because we were watching Christmas Vacation, top tier Christmas movie, And I was like, I'm not gonna leave with the last 30 minutes of Christmas Vacation left. Then I don't get to see Bill Murray's brother get kidnapped. Need to see the whole thing. So yeah, there's no time for napping. There would be time for napping if nothing was going on tomorrow, but like I have Christmas festivities to attend to. So, you know, like, oh no, y'all are gonna get one less Rivals video. The world will keep turning. I think we'll be okay. It was already, I mean, it's like, you want to talk sleep for the week. You know, like the new like the holiday event came out on Friday. And I woke up and then put in a 13-hour day to get that video turned around. You know, like from like sitting down, playing the discovering all the stuff that was in the Christmas event, playing the Jeff mode, writing a script, recording the script, editing together the script, adding in all the B-roll. So I didn't say no Larry Rivals video. I said 1 instead of 2. You're still getting a video. I'm saying you're not getting 2. I wanted to get 2, have 2 scheduled for the week, and only one's gonna happen. So sorry. I made a deal with my wife where I said 23rd's like, I'm gonna work really hard up until the 23rd, and then 24th, 25th, Christmas time, all you. You know it's shiny because it'll go ba-bling ba-bling. So the fact that it hasn't gone ba-bling ba-bling, we're good. Because it'll do the stars and garters, even if it sucks, like even if it looks almost the same. We'll be good with the sparkles. I've been looking and making sure, because I'm not gonna run from a shiny. Getting a shiny in the first 150, you know, like, I mean, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get this one in the next 19. First off, second off, I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna run away. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it. You know, if you do want a shameless plug. If you want a full rundown on the new holiday mode and how it works and all that kind of stuff, you could catch my thoughts at the end of the video I put up. That is doing decently well. That is getting, getting views. Not a ton. You know, like, I mean, don't compare me to Ninja, but don't compare me to some of the top Rivals creators on YouTube. But if you're comparing me against myself and how the channel's been doing, it's doing okay. Night Bossama, thank you for hanging out. See ya after the holidays. But yeah, I think the Jeff mode's fine. I think the holiday mode's okay. I have fun with it. I wish that they went like a little harder with it. I'm of course spoiled by years of Overwatch doing like a bunch of really fun changing like the menu and having like menu specific holiday music and like really making it like really giving like pomp and circumstance, which I feel like Rivals didn't really do with this mode. Like it's kind of just like an awkward little box on the screen that you click. Although I do like I do kind of like the holiday card thing. I think it's like a fun little thing. Where the what you call it, where like you get to mess around, you get to make this little like pop-up like Jeff holiday card, and then like when you're at the end of the thing, you like save it into like a little thing in like the menus and stuff. Like, it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. Angry Man, thank you so much for the 5 sub bomb. Thank you. Thank you so much. Streamer's Choice is not Larry X Matt. Streamer's Choice is Ice Ice Baby. That was, I think that was mine. Streamer's Choice is Ice Ice Baby, so I think we have 2 open slots. Because Streamer's Choice is that. But yeah, I think the Jeff mode's fine. I think it's very funny that Overwatch started their first holiday event was the Olympics one, where they did Rocket League but with Lucio, and Marvel Rivals first one is holiday, and they're doing Splatoon but with Jeff. I like the Jeff mode. I think it's okay. If I wanted to play Splatoon, I would just play Splatoon. But I'm not, you know, I'm playing Rivals. It's fine. It's fun. Yeah, Stick G, I can't imagine how that got there. Wow. Wonder who did that one. Yeah, I think it's like fun for just, you know, like a quick little thing here and there. I have egg all over my face, of course, and I was like, I know there's gonna be something, you know, because I was like looking at the stuff, and they have like daily missions that you have to do in the Jeff mode specifically. And you get like a currency that you use to unlock stuff to unlock the Jeff cosmetics. And I'm like doing all the math and stuff, and I'm like, so yeah, it's gonna take you like 9 days to unlock it all. But then they're like, the next day they were like, just kidding, you can also do some challenges will drop that give you like the Jeff currency. So you can do it in like 5 days instead of 9 if you're putting in the effort. And I'm like, okay, I think like it's cool to see that they have that. And it's a way that if you really want the Jeff costume really fast, you can get it. Or if you don't want to play the Jeff mode at all, you technically don't have to. You can just play regular Rivals and still get it. So I did think that was kind of nice, but I was a little critical of it in the video because I didn't know that, and so I had to leave a comment and then go, okay, no, this is actually different. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as I thought. Excuse me. I do think the one map is like, thank you for the blessies. I wish there was another map. Just like a second map, and I think we'd be good. I do think it's really cool to see, like, not that it's super different, but it's really cool to see that they changed, like, I think every single one of Jeff's moves, and they're like roughly the same, but they all work differently. I thought was really cool. Like, you didn't have that in Lucio Ball. Lucio Ball was just like, oh, Rocket League, but we have the character that boops the soccer ball, and he's gonna do all his booping and smooping, and that's what it's gonna be. And he's gonna break it down. That's not gonna be real different than even though it kind of doesn't make sense. So like from that aspect, yeah, I thought that them like really messing with the moves was really cool. Because it's like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense to have, if you're on a team with 4 healers, you're never going to have like a good team fight if you stick together, because the Jeffs are just going to heal each other to life and you're never going to have a KO. And they went, but what if your healing abilities weren't healing abilities? So that was cool. I did like that. I liked that, and I think it's a nice touch that if you play the Jeff mode, it forces you to play the Jeff with the holiday outfit so that you do get to use it right away. And then they're like, if you like it, you can unlock it. You just got to put in effort. The bubbles not giving a speed boost is hard to wrap your head around. Yeah, the bubbles not giving healing and not giving a speed boost and not giving a healing boost and being damage bubbles. I don't like, it's probably, I think, the weakest of the move changes. Cause yeah, I think like the main attack, and they also, it's not even just that they changed like the, you know, they went, oh, the water is snow and it hurts instead of heals and it drops snow on the ground. It's not even just that. It's like they definitely also changed the properties of like how far you can shoot it, because like the Jeff's healing blah, 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 you could shoot like really far, and they're like, yeah, that would be broken if you could shoot it as far as you could in regular rivals. So yeah, this is probably better that we like reined it in a little bit. The bubble I'm not like crazy about. I mean, I thought it was, I think it's like neat, you know, where they're like, you know, like you can kind of use it as like a zoning tool, like place it in front of you and then kind of back off and hope that like they don't come forward, or place it like, try to like be aggressive and place it behind the enemy and hope that they like run into it. But it's like not anything like crazy. This was the thing that I really liked is, if shameless plug, if you watch my Jeff guide, you will know that, when you are swimming under the ground, there's all the secret stuff that people just like don't realize, because I didn't realize half of it, where it's like, if you're under the ground, you self-heal, you speed boost, you can climb up walls, and you are like immune to like crowd control effects. It's you get like an ability called like unstoppable. So like if you're under the ground, like Penny's like right click, you can't hit Jeff with. But also things like a Jeff ultimate. If you are under the ground, a Jeff ultimate can't eat you because you have unstoppable, and that would be a thing that would stop you. The swim away basically works like exactly the same, except they went, no unstoppable. No unstoppable. So that your Jeff ult can eat. If you're under the ground, you can like, if like a Jeff ults, you would just go underground and avoid it. And they went, that's boring, so we're gonna let Jeff eat Jeff. So I liked that. I like that change. Like they definitely like thought about it. It just needs more. It just needs more map. I think the Clintar Escort should be the second map for the event. I guess they could make any small part of any map, because I mean, like we're on like the Bifrost Gardens portion of Eagsguard, and that is a control map that they just turned into you know, like a Jeff map. So I go, yeah, I guess you could turn a push map into a Jeff map. I don't know if you'd necessarily get a lot out of it being Clintar specifically, but I definitely think the Clintar is the best map in the game. I think that, like, I really like the way that map's built. I think they definitely, like, I'm hoping that they put in more escort maps with season 2. The one thing right now is I feel like the map pool is lacking. I feel like because it's like, what, like 8 maps, and what is it like? I'd have to like actually sit down and look, but I think it's 8 maps, and it's 3 are push, because there's the one where you're moving like the Bast statue. There's Tokyo 2099. No, I guess there's 4 push, because then there's the Yggdrasil push map and Clintar. And then, yeah, it's, yeah, so what's this map pool's so small but not small enough. Trying to get the Clintar matches for the pass was annoying. Oh, man. Oh, I bet. I haven't really done a lot of the targeted stuff. I just really haven't done that. I just kind of haven't cared. I need to sit down because I mean, there's I don't want to call it paid currency because it's not paid currency, but there's credits that you can earn from doing missions, and I'm like, I've not really targeted like any of that stuff. I also need to finish all like the Fateful Encounter stuff or whatever. Whatever those are called. The break-in mirror glass thing. I need to actually like sit down and do that. It's like the problem is that most of my time has been like just going like, well, I can't play that map as Doctor Strange right now. I'm playing nothing but insta-locking Cloak and Dagger because I'm filming a guide. But it's fun. We're having fun. I'm excited for like January when I can hopefully slow down on content a little bit more. Like I don't know, right now I feel like there's such a rush to like get stuff out. Cause it's like I'm trying to like, you know, provide something in a different way than these other creators. I'm trying, like, I go, every video is, you know, I'm like, I'm the small scrappy channel. Every video that I put out is getting, you know, at least like basically like, no, actually like, I think every video has been at least like 3 times our sub count right now. Like 3 times our current sub count. So even higher than what it was. So I'm like, clearly YouTube is looking like kindly here. But you know, it's just like, I need to build the foundation so that, you know, we can go up and up and up and then be the number one, right? So, but yeah, so I've been putting in a lot of hours on the channel, a lot. And I need to not burn myself out. But yeah, part of it is like, I want to actually play the game for fun. Like we haven't, you've been asking me to like play, just chill for like 2 weeks, and I keep going, no, I can't. I don't have time. I don't have time to have fun in this game that I'm filming content for all the time. I have to specifically film content. Pretty common to have a lot of non-subscriber viewers on YouTube. I mean, so like, I mean, for me, it's like astronomical. Because, you know, we just have a very small subscriber base right now. You know, I mean, like, I think when I last checked it, it was 149. So we hadn't crossed 150. Almost to Mew, almost to Mewtwo, almost to Mew, but we weren't quite there. But like, I think like the lowest viewed video on the channel, shorts excluded, is still like 450. And I mean, and the highest one right now is like 4,500. So it's like the videos are all definitely getting pushed out like larger than the sub base, which is great, because the worst thing that you can have for a channel is for the majority of your viewership to be from your subscriber base, because that means that YouTube isn't pushing your videos, or when they are, they're not being watched outside of your subscriber base. So what's that, based on your toxic viewing habits on your phone, you're not subscribed to like any of the channels that you watch? See, I am the same way. I am a jerk, and people say, hey, would you consider subscribing to the channel? And I go, no, I know what I want to watch. I'll just let the algorithm remind me about all the channels I like to watch. It's not nice of me. And there's channels like the ones that I want to see, I will like actively go to their channels and look to see what their content output is, so I can make sure that I'm not like missing stuff. But I'm like, and I'd solve that problem if I subscribed. I'm like, I'm the problem. It me. So. What's up? You make sure to like every video from the channel that pops up on your feed just to get the algo boost. Yes. Yeah. If you see it, it's what YouTube cares. Like YouTube, nobody knows how the algorithm fully works, but I assume it is some mixture of click through, retention, and engagement, I assume. So like, if you like a video, that's great, that's good. But also, if you open a video, hit like, and run away, that's bad, because then YouTube goes, well, that person, it's like they definitely want to see you watching at least 30 seconds. They're like, yeah, you at least made it that far. We know people's attention spans are very short, but you at least made it that far. What I've noticed is looking at like the metrics and stuff. It's definitely like, I think they like click-through rate, which is clicks, percentage of people who saw the thumbnail and then clicked it. And then they like retention. So it's like, if people are clicking it a higher amount of times than average, then they keep feeding it. And if people are watching it longer than average, then they keep feeding it. I think. I think. So it's like, yeah, so that's like if you want to be, if you see it, turn it on, put your phone on low volume, ignore it, just let it play all the way through. Give it a like. Like, comment, subscribe. It's been real interesting. It's been real interesting. It's been real fun. I've definitely enjoyed making the content, especially like a lot of the informational stuff. I was mentioning this on Twitter / Blue Sky, cross posting, that like I finished doing that guide for the winter celebration event, and I go, really, I'm making the first minute of Let's Roll, but the first minute of Let's Roll is 10 minutes and it's the whole video. Rather than, you know, it's just the informational stuff, but it's like it's the kind of informational stuff that I would have loved to have like really done for Let's Roll. Like nothing made me like more sad than going like, but this is a complicated board game and I only have a minute to even remotely explain it. There's so many rules. There's so many rules I want to tell you about. So it never like came to be a thing, but I had considered it never happened because like it was in the last year of the company when like they were like, we are making a lot of decisions and we can't make anything outside of that. but I really wanted to be like, okay, especially after like Let's Roll was, you know, like Achievement Hunter was like and like Let's Roll didn't have a home. I wanted to be like let's put 2 videos out. Let it be a like, let's have like the video that is like the fun, but then let's also have a video that's like a really in-depth rules explanation. But I'm just like, I wouldn't have had like any space to like actually shoot that, and it would have been just like all of my it would have taken up like way more time, I think, than all that. What's that board game channel where you just explain how to play different board games? If I go back into board game content, that's definitely what I would consider doing, because I just have no way of doing any sort of like entertainment based board game content in the same style or production value as I had at Rooster Teeth. If I did anything, it would basically, it would be rules stuff. There's a real sticking point to board game based YouTube content that I have like a major issue with how people make it, but I don't have an answer as to how to get around it. And that's that a review for a board game is basically a tutorial and a review mixed together, and I don't really like that style. I don't dislike it, but I want those to be 2 separate things. And I just don't know if that's even like humanly possible for it to be 2 separate things. Because like a video, like if you watch like a video game review, they don't inherently like sit down and explain like, well, this is the intricacies of combat. You know, like, it's not really how it's done, and you focus on a lot of other aspects. And there are people who do it better than others. I like Shut Up and Sit Down because I feel like they are sort of a mixture of like they don't want it to be like a full on rules teach. They are better about mixing I feel like mixing the tutorial into the review in a way where you're kind of getting like an understanding of what the game is while being entertained and getting kind of like, you know, skit while also getting like the feeling of like they second to none can sell you on the feeling of playing a game more so than any other. I have, I mean, maybe to a detriment, have bought games that they have reviewed because they made them sound so much fun to play. And then I was like, I don't like this. This is not my thing. But I feel like very much like the rest of, like, they're in a different bucket. But like the rest of board game reviewing is like, step one, let me do the rules teach. Let me give you the full understanding of how to play the game. And 18 minutes later, we can talk about what we thought about it. And again, I've not broken the code. You can do just the teach without the editorializing. You could definitely do that. Watch It Played, Rodney Smith, so good. Like, he's so good at it. But like, I mean, that's like the full on teach in a way that you will be able to walk away and play a game probably without reading the rule book. I do, even so, even though I'm like, he's the best at it, do think sometimes that he may go a little too hard where he can make a game look really intimidating because his rules teach is like a half an hour. And I could go watch somebody else's video and they could teach me this game in 12 minutes. But they won't do it like you, Rodney Smith. So maybe I should just listen to you and let you talk to me for a half an hour. Well, and definitely, like, he can teach me a game in a half an hour that I could go teach somebody else in 12 minutes. I think that's a part of it too. Is like my teach on this is not going to be a half an hour. But has there been a good content creator produced board card game? Wait. Has there been a good content creator produced board/card game? No, nobody's done it. Nobody's done it. Yeah. Let's be honest. As much as I love Muffin Time, kind of sucks. Like it's two like separate things. It's very fun to play, but it is fun to play because it's like messy and broken, and kind of like intentionally poor designed. The Cyanide and Happiness games are fine, like, but like Joking Hazard is just a reskin of Cards Against Humanity. Trial by Trolley is basically just a reskin of Cards Against Humanity. The Oatmeal games are various levels of whatever. Exploding Kittens is okay, but I mean, it's like very simple. I wouldn't like it's like a good, I mean, I guess you could say like good gateway or whatever. I would play it, you know. I'm not going to be like mad to play it, but you're not going to find it on my top 10 list or anything. You know, stuff like I think like throw burritos, like not really anything like to write home about. Poetry for Neanderthals I think is just a very funny concept, but I also don't think it's like high art. It's kind of just like a you know, skin of whatchamadoody, like guessy questions. What do you call that? Like charade? You know, it's not charades because you're using words and stuff. What's the one, like taboo, stuff like that. It's just like a reskin of like taboo. A Betrayal is not a content creator game, so we're not counting it here. Like the ones that cause like I'm gonna be yeah, I mean, really, Poetry for Neanderthals is an excuse to hit people with an inflatable club. That's and it's also funny listening to people go like you know, the answer is nose, and it's like on face sniffle, you know, like that. It's funny if people get into it. I had zero interest in because what is it, the Tom Scott, not Tom Scott, whichever Tom Muffin Time Tom is. The next game was Mind Turtle, which I had no interest in because it basically just seemed like very much like Truth or Dare reskin, and I'm like, that sounds not like my kind of thing. With the coolest like toy with it being the little Mind Turtle that you have to hit and then explodes and knocks you out, and it's like, cool toy, but like not a good game attached to it. Like I literally almost backed the Kickstarter because I thought the Mind Turtle part of it was so cool, but I'm like, I don't even know what I would use this for. I'm a 34-year-old man. I don't play Truth or Dare. So like, and that's not, and even when I want silly board games, that's not really what I'm like going for. Yeah, I mean, like without like knocking, you know, at the old dead goose, $1 Million Butt was just a reskin of Cards Against Humanity. There were things I liked about the heist game, but I didn't love it, and it's because I don't like real-time games. I'm just not a real-time game fan. I felt really bad. It made that game like so hard to try to present because it like, if you demo it, you have a good time. Like the chaotic nature of like everybody kind of doing their own thing, but just like I was tasked with like filming videos for it, and it doesn't video well at all. Like it looks like it's not fun because it's not a game that's fun to watch. It's a game that's fun to play. But yeah, I'm not a huge real-time fan, so it's not my thing. I never played the Ruby game. I would trust that one a little bit more, only because Arcane Wonders made that, and Arcane Wonders produces good games. Like that wasn't Rooster Teeth going, we'll make a Cards Against Humanity clone based on our IP on our own. That was Rooster Teeth going, we're going to go to an actual board game company that knows what they're doing and let them do it. Let them do the design part of it. So I haven't played it though, so I couldn't tell you. The Death Battle game is okay. I thought that one was fine. That one was really like, really banking on like expansions and like the Fortniteification of that, where it's just like you needed the base game to be successful enough that you could go to WB and go like, can we do like Batman, like real actual Batman stuff? Can we do like Game of Thrones? Can I have like Jon Snow's cloak is like an item? It's just fun to like that game. It's just fun to roll a bunch of dice. Any game where you get to roll a bunch of dice is fun. And so like getting to do that aspect of it was kind of cool. The problem is that there are better dice throwing duel games, specifically Dice Throne. Jacob, thank you so much for the raid. Raiders, welcome in. And again, welcome in. Hello. I hope you had a great time over at Jacob's stream. Jacob, what were you playing? What were you up to? What were you doing? Raiders, welcome in. Hello, hi. If you don't know who I am, hello. My name is Larry. Jacob and I used to be co-workers from across the country. He was, of course, a California cute boy. I was a Austin, Texas, yeehaw howdy man. But we basically worked together. We went to the same holiday parties, which were always fun. Now you can find me streaming here. Also, you can find me on YouTube making guides and such for Marvel Rivals, which has grabbed me in a deep way. But we're not rivaling tonight. It's the holidays. We wanted to run in circles and talk to an Iceman and go, are you more blue than the other ones? And all night he's gone, no, I'm not. Building a big guy? Ooh. That sounds cool. Jacob, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a Happy New Year. Buddy, I miss you. I'm very sad that I have, I'm very sad that there's not a company like paying for us to be in the same room a couple times a year. That's a bummer. But I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. It's been Christmas Eve for an hour. Hopefully you have a wonderful. I will. You know what? Gosh dang it, I will. I'm super festive. On Saturday, I went and saw a Christmas Carol performance at the local theater. I watched Scrooge Become a Good Man, and there wasn't enough Muppets. So yesterday we watched Muppet Christmas Carol, and I went exactly the right amount of Muppets and also the right amount of Michael Caine. Today, right before stream, I watched Christmas Vacation, which basically I've watched the two goats. So I'm good on Christmas movies. The only thing I haven't done is I need a train of Santa Clauses, I need a parade of Santa Clauses to run a train on Charlie's mom. And then I need Mac and Charlie to throw rocks at trains. And I need Frank not to learn a lesson about Christmas. That's the main one. Oh, what else? Today I watched. Oh, I need to watch Ross not be able to get a Santa outfit, so he has to become the holiday armadillo. I still need to do that. I watched the Belcher children piss off a mall Santa and then try to make it up to him by putting on an ice pageant. The most important Christmas episode of Bob's Burgers. I gotta think what else. Yeah, there's a couple TV ones I still want to watch, but I feel like I've done I like Seinfeld, but I only like recently watched it all the way through. I didn't watch it growing up, so like Nicole and I watched it a couple years ago, and it's real good. Man, it's good. Seinfeld rules. That show's awesome. Yeah, I just like, even when we got to Festivus, I just didn't think that episode was like great. It's like, okay. I think I like had built it up too much in my head. Like some of the Seinfeld stuff, like when you know you're gonna get to it, like No Soup for You, real good. It's weird. There's not a lot of like Seinfeld stuff that really like sticks out to me. It's kind of like, in a sense, it's almost kind of like a 30 Rock, where it's all just like, it's so good the whole time. It kind of washes over me. And I very rarely remember like specifics other than I watched it and I liked the whole thing. I did watch the new Bob's Burgers Christmas episode. I thought it was pretty all right. I haven't watched I watched Nicecapades, but I haven't watched the best Bob's Burgers Christmas episode yet, which of course is Last Gingerbread House on the Left, which is I can't believe I forgot that one. We watched like, I usually stick with the earlier season ones. I can skip Christmas in the Car. That one's kind of whatever. We'll usually do Father of the Bob. That is one that if I was like running, if I was running on a tight schedule, which I kind of am this year, I probably would have skipped. Yeah, the episode this year was cute. I like that one. What's that guy? Hey Arnold and SpongeBob on the list. I want to watch the Hey Arnold one. I saw on Twitter somebody was like watching the Hey Arnold one. And I went, oh, that's the really sad Vietnam episode with Mr. Wynn's daughter. The SpongeBob one is fun. The original one, of course, you know, where he learns about Christmas. That one's good. Usually we watch the SpongeBob one because they're on it's on the same DVD that Nicole has. We watch the SpongeBob one and the Fairly Odd Parents one, where Timmy wishes that every day was Christmas, and then they get really bored of Christmas. But he can't do anything about it because the fairies like don't have powers, because they all lend their powers to Santa Claus for the day, so they just like can't unwish the wish. Oh man, I need to watch the Community ones. That's the one like I don't think about running into rotation, although I should. Because are there 2 or 3 Community ones? Because I know there's Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas, which is good. There is the one Regional Holiday Music is the best one. That would be the one. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to watch all these. The Glee episode, the fight episode. I'm trying to think of what the fight episode is. What's the fight episode? Like I can't grab it right now. Fight episode from season 1. Oh, okay. Jeff gets in a fight for the first time. Troy teaches him to do the Forrest Whitaker. Okay. I still like my brain can't place it. I don't know why. I just can't remember that one. I feel like I didn't watch that episode, but I feel like I watched like grabbing random episodes of Community. I usually go for like seasons 2 or 3. We watched a good chunk of season 1 again this season, or this year, this season of life. But yeah, didn't watch the season 1 Christmas episode. I think you heard the D&D episodes on Peacock. There's 2 D&D episodes. I'm sure one of them is. The other one was not. Because there's the and I would argue the better one is the wait, the band one. Wait, the first one was the one because of Chang. Yeah, the one of the whatever one where he dresses up as a drow is the one that's like not on streaming. Because like none of that stuff's on streaming anymore. And then you like like feelings aside on any of that, where you just go like, oh, there was a lot of like TV episodes in the mid 2000s with where a character did some sort of like, they did a like blackface bit, but not like, never in a way where they were like, this is the right thing to do. It was always the wrong thing to do. But you go, man, they sure did a lot of that though. Like, there's multiple episodes of Sunny. Oh, the Drow episode is on Peacock. Oh, it's back. Right, Demon, thank you for the follow. Cha-cha. I don't remember them doing a blackface thing on Scrubs. I know 30 Rock definitely did. It's Always Sunny definitely did. Community did. Only know the 30 Rock one. I'm trying to remember if the one in The Office was a deleted scene or not. Oh, JD and Cherry went to frat party. Oh, frat party and JD was dressed as Stark. Okay. Yeah, I've only watched Scrubs through like one time. I didn't really watch it when the show was out. Scrubs was the first show that Nicole showed me when we first started dating. So we would, How I Met Your Mother did one? Really? I don't remember that. But I don't remember, that's another one where I don't remember a lot of How I Met Your Mother. I remember it being like, this show is really good until the last season, and the last season is bad, and the ending is atrocious. But I don't remember specifics. And then, man, then we can talk about How I Met Your Father, which is just like why sitcoms don't work these days. Man, it's such a tragedy. How I Met Your Father season 1 is like so bad, but there's like glimpses of like how it could work, and then season 2 turns it around so hard, and it's like actually like where I go, man, I hated this. Like, I dreaded watching these episodes in season 1, and now I'm like excited to watch the show. And then it got canceled, and we won't know who the father is. Such a bummer. What is the time to mention Young Sheld? I don't know anything about the Shelds. I've like seen maybe I could probably tell you the amount of episodes of Big Bang Theory that I've seen in passing on like one hand. I have never seen a Young Sheldon, and I definitely haven't seen Hork and Quark's first relationship or whatever. What's Love Scrubs? I'll never rewatch it. The Brendan Fraser. Oh man, that's the oh man, that's tough. That's tough. That oh man, that episode's heartbreaking. That episode hurts. Scrubs is so good. At least like again, this was 10 years ago. Me watching Scrubs in college. I was like, this show's real good. I'm excited for after the holiday season. I missed out on Ted Lasso, and a couple like 2 or 3 weeks ago, my at dinner time, my me, Nicole, and then her parents, like her dad wanted to watch, like he's like, I want to watch that Ted Lasso show, and we have Apple TV Plus, so we're like, well, we have it, like come to our living room and come watch Ted Lasso. So we watched the first episode, and it was funny. I was like, oh, this is good, you know, and I know it's a Bill Lawrence show, so I'm like excited from that, where I'm like, I like Scrubs. I'm hoping it like this is good, and I'm like, and I've heard it gets like even better, you know. Of course the best episode's not gonna be the first episode, but I was like, oh, this is really good, I want to watch more of this. Like, I had no idea what the premise of Ted Lasso was. I knew it was like rah soccer and positivity, but that was like the only thing that I knew. And then like I watched the first episode and I go, oh, this is the show. And I'm like so much more excited now, where I go, the concept of this show is awesome. I want to see more of this. The other one, Nicole and I started watching after my sister's been recommending it for years. We finally started watching Schitt's Creek, which I also would be watching more of right now if we weren't just watching all the holiday stuff. The first half of the first season was kind of like where I wasn't like really into it, and it's picked up. We've seen like we've watched like the first episode of season 2, and I'm definitely at the point where I'm like, I really want to watch like more. I've been listening to Flight of the Conchords again recently and think you should watch the show. Knowing that I watched it my freshman year of college and thought it was like all right. I think that just like my humor sensibilities have changed since then, and I think I'd really like it way more now than I did then. And Nicole's never watched it, so I think like that might be one that I want to watch sometime. It's good. You should watch Flight of the Conchords. It's definitely, you have to be in the mood for like dry humor. It's very dry, very New Zealand humor. But if you're in the mood for that, then absolutely, let's go. I think it's funny they both have careers with Disney. What has Brett done since Muppets? Is he doing other Disney stuff? I mean, like careers. Jermaine got a paycheck to voice the Crab Man. Brett got a paycheck to write the Muppets, the music for the Muppets. Oh, it's so good too. Oh, have had careers with Disney. I read it wrong. You're not saying they have active careers with Disney, just that they've done stuff with Disney. But yeah, Flight of the Conchords, I think, like, also, it's just, like, short enough that, like, it's never going to overstay its welcome. You're in, you're out. It was definitely, like, the problem with that show is season 1, they had, like, a catalog of songs to work from that, and I don't think season 2 is bad. I want to clarify. They had like a catalog of songs to work from, so like you can get like a lot of bangers in one episode. And then season 2, it was kind of like, oh, we have to write like new music for the show now because we're out of songs to pull from. But it's only 2 seasons, and again, season 2 is not bad. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Because we were talking about all like the Christmas specials and stuff. There's already like way too many, but I'm like, oh, I should have just done binge watch of all the Christmas episodes from Ghosts UK, because there's like one every season, and they're all just like really, really warm and fuzzy feeling. Oh, did he do the music for the Muppets Most Wanted too? Okay. I, unsurprisingly, much like many people, I'm a bad Muppets fan, in that like I say that I want Muppet stuff and then I don't support it, or I support it way too late. Like I saw the Muppets in theaters and it was very good. Yeah, I almost said Jason Sudeikis. That's not right. The Jason Mraz, Jason Segel, Muppets, real good. The one that, yeah, Brett wrote the music. He wrote the script. It's real good. And then Muppets Most Wanted came out and I didn't see it. And I'm like, I want there to be more Muppet movies. Muppet Renaissance, baby. And I didn't see it because I'm a bad boy. And then, like I tried watching the ABC show, the one that was kind of like a The Office kind of thing, but it was like a bit too cynical. But it was also, I don't know, they revamped production kind of in the middle of it. And apparently, like, the back half of it's, like, pretty good, but it only lasted 1 season. I didn't see the good episodes, and I never finished watching it. I watched, they did Muppets Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus, and I watched that right away. And then they made, Muppets Mayhem. Well, no. Before that, they did like 2 different Disney Plus Muppet things. I don't know, that like weren't very good, but like I watched them because I'm like, I want the Muppets to I want them to keep continuing, but like make good stuff. And then they made Muppets Mayhem, which was a show all about Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, and I'm like, that should have been the show I watched, but I didn't watch it, and I still haven't watched it, and it got canceled, and it's my fault. Yeah, the COVID Muppet stuff, I wasn't like, I think those Muppets Now, and I was just like, I don't know, I wasn't really like, I watched it, and I'm like, it's okay. My favorite thing was just the way that Miss Piggy pronounced Linda Cardellini. And I've heard good things about Mayhem, but I'm bad, and I didn't watch it, I didn't support it, now it's canceled, it's my fault. But I did do my due diligence. I watched Muppet Christmas Carol on Disney Plus, and I made sure to go to the extras tab and watch the full-length version with The Love Is Gone, which should be the version that is there when you hit play. And in the extra tab, they should have, it should just say, do you want to watch the non-complete version of the movie? Sure. If you really want to watch that version, Go for it. But not me. I watched the real version of the movie. I'm just glad 30 years later we can finally watch it in nice HD, and it's so nice. And it's so good. And oh god, I'm past my bedtime. I know we started late. I meant to end at 1 because I still have like things to take care of tonight. And I need to be responsible. We will do exactly 2 more Reggies, and I will have to call it there. We're not going to 2:30. We're going to end on a crisp 2:27 because, of course, 2 + 2 is 7. So nice math. Nice math we got going on there. I was just having such a good time with y'all, chat. Wait, what's that? Stephen Colbert once pointed out Swedish chef has human hands. That's all you can see. Yeah, he has human hands. That's how he makes meals, with his human hands. It's very important. It's a very important part of the character. Very, very important. I'm going to click this early, 227. If you haven't, Muppet Christmas, Muppet Christmas Carol, right? Yeah. I don't know why I'm like, why is it not? Is it that what it's called? It's, of course, that's what it's called. If you've never watched it, watch Muppet Family Christmas. It is a television special from the 80s that's like 45 minutes. You can find it on YouTube because you can't get a like real version of it because the rights are all over the place, because it has the Muppets and the Fraggles and the Sesames, which are all owned by different companies, so nobody will like ever legitimately release it. So just enjoy the fact that nobody is also like copyright taking down these YouTube videos. It's real good. It is very, very jolly. Real good. I've not watched the John Denver one. I've watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, which is, it's okay. I like it fine. I don't think it's like amazing. I think it's pretty decent. We watched was like the Christmas Toy. It's another one where like Kermit is like there at the beginning to go and watch this movie. But it has like a weird, like it's almost like Toy Story basically, where it's like there's like this kid's like toy that is like the number one toy. It's like coming up to Christmas. The new Christmas toy is like the thing that the owner cares about. It's another situation where like the toys move around and talk and stuff when the humans aren't around. But also the scary part is that like if a human ever catches a toy in moving around and stuff, then they're like frozen forever and they basically die. It's real weird. That's not required watching. But it does exist. I have watched it and it's strange. I don't remember if I've watched Very Merry Muppet Christmas. There's another Muppet Christmas one that I've watched. There's like a few of them because there's like Letters to Santa. There's that one. There's one that I watched that's like really bad. We watched it and didn't like it at all. I know I got it like, I was like, oh, it's another Muppet Christmas thing. And I got like on DVD for Nicole and we watched it and it was like, I don't think we'll really watch this again. But yeah, the definite Christmas watching would be Christmas Carol and Muppet Family Christmas are both amazing. Definitely watch those. Okay. I need to go to bed. I need to get off of here because I have to go do the stuff that I need to do before I can go to bed. About Christmas Story. There's not a Muppet Christmas Story, I don't think, right? Or just what about Christmas Story in general? It's fine. I'm not like a Christmas Story like super fan, super lover, but it's fine. I think it's turtle time tonight. There are places you can go if you so wish. Snowback Mike is on playing Demon's Souls. I see Platty playing Dead by Daylight. I see Lawrence on doing art. It just says art. I don't know what that is. But we're going to go to the Holiday Turtles. I think it's time for a long winter's nap. So we're going to go to the coziest place on Twitch. Turtles. Let's go. Raid is getting going. Chat, thank y'all so much for a wonderful holiday stream. We did not get Regice. We will not give up. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know that it's almost time for holiday festivities. So thank you for not partaking in holidays festivities so you could partake in hanging out here. We'll be back probably not until next week, Monday. I think that'll be the next stream. I'm going out of town for Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'm doing Christmas Eve stuff. Day after is Christmas Day. I'm doing Christmas Day stuff, then leaving town, going to my family, doing Christmas Day stuff, staying with them for a few days, coming back, doing more Christmas stuff here. So I'm gonna be busy doing holiday stuff. You guys have a wonderful holidays. Merry Christmas, or I know Hanukkah's starting up like right after. A very happy Hanukkah. Or any other holiday festivities you'd be taking in. Festivus with the rest of us. Sure. Y'all have grand old time. Enjoy the love that is felt at this time of year, and enjoy other people's company and jingle some bells. Bye-bye. Oh, I missed saying bye. The raid left without me. The raid left without me. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Toodaloo. Adios. Love you very much.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.